Hello, everybody, and it's been a little bit since the last race I've posted, but we are back, and also it's the first race I'm doing on my new YouTube channel, Levi to Metal Mac 94. That's because YouTube suspended my Thrash Maniac 99 account for no reason. So, as a result, we got a new channel where it's going to be the new home of Walmart Cup Series. So there you have it. But anyways, you know me, I'm Levi McIntyre, and I'm also the voice of NNSCRA Walmart Cup Series. Here to welcome you to All-Star Weekend here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. First race we're doing for the double race event is the All-Star Open, where the first place and second place drivers are going to be advancing into the All-Star race. And joining me for co-commentary, it's pretty much going to be somewhat a tradition from now on here in Walmart Cup Series for my co-commentating with the All-Star events. Please welcome, for the second season in a row to do co-commentary for this race, please welcome Dylan Young. How are you doing, Dylan?
Hey, doing good. What's going on, guys? I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves, having a good day, and getting ready to head in for summer. So for those who are done with school and all that, yay. Yippee-ki-yay.
Yep, but the field we've got for the All-Star Open, this is probably the smallest field we have ever had in the history of the All-Star Weekend. We only have 14 drivers running here in the All-Star Open. We've got Danny Wells on the pole, second Joshua Collard, third Tanner Sullivan, fourth Austin LaPlante, fifth Pichu London, sixth Jeffrey Rose, seventh Kyle Matthews, 8th Dylan Thoreau, 9th James Silverfox, 10th Benjamin Miles, 11th Joshua Balkin, 12th Kyle Corbett, 13th Angel Navarro, and starting dead last will be Jessica Villanueva. Now, Seth Cole was going to be a part of this race, but he won the fan vote to get into the All-Star race, so he will skip this race to go right to the All-Star event itself. So congratulations to Seth.
Here, there's 5 rookies that's out of all in total, so that's very interesting.
Yeah, all 5 rookies, in fact, are in this one, too. All 5 of them, so it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to play out. But anyways, let's go ahead and get the command to fire engines.
Drivers,
These nuts?
your engines!
Oh, that's what I said. I botched it. But,
Yeah. And also, just another quick note, for the All-Star race coming up after this, we're going to be joined by a second co-commentator, Chevy Impala, when we get to the All-Star race itself.
Yeah, it should be very interesting, though. But nonetheless, though, we'll see what these drivers can do for with 14 cars out in the track. They'll still probably put in some big racing, though. I think so.
Yeah, indeed. But also, I was going to say with Chevy Impala, I'd say he wanted to skip the All-Star Open so he can get hammered for the All-Star race, because we all know what Chevy Impala does when he's in the co-commentator's booth.
I hope he had an extra bottle of Jack Daniels ready, though.
I think he does have one extra.
No, I mean like in the booth, though, just in case. You know?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but we should be fine, though. I mean, you know, Chevy Impala, he's got an interesting character and all that, but, yeah, nonetheless, though, if there's one driver I think I could look at that could possibly get into the All-Star race, I'm going to have to say it would be Joshua Collard. And I think he could probably, he's in a good spot. He's starting second. For a 14-car field, I think he'll be able to be fine. He should have no problem.
Although the one tricky part with this racetrack is when you're coming off the corners 3 wide, typically they can make it work, but sometimes they'll wreck. So as long as they don't go 3 wide in the corners, they should be pretty much green the rest of the way. But here we go. Boogity, 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 let's go racing.
So far, double file, which is a good thing, but one car's trying to beat to the inside. That's the 16 right there.
Of Pichu London, yep.
He's speaking, he thinks better, but the 4's going to already take an early advantage.
And we got a battle for second as here comes Tanner Sullivan, who's actually going to go for the lead.
Yeah, Tanner's not that of a rookie. I've seen him compete in a lot of other leagues. He'll know how to race in there.
Whoa, and we already get a crash.
Oh, there goes the 4. Silver Fox, a big wreck.
That pretty much was almost the whole
About
field.
5 cars made it through. Actually, 3 cars made it through of that wreck.
Wow. That was crazy, and Danny Wells' day is done, it looks like.
Wow, that was the pull sitter out of all.
Yeah, and Austin LaPlante with damage. Joshua Collard got rear end damage, but he should still be fine to continue.
Yeah, rear end damage normally isn't a big deal with these cars. The 34 Silverfox, I seen him hit the wall pretty badly, so I think it's safe to say his chances of winning are over.
Or getting second. Jeffrey Rose got some damage out of that.
Yeah, he's got right side damage, but he basically made it through that wreck somewhat. But I think he'll be able to continue fine.
Well, we'll
how
see.
that car's going to be though once we go back to green.
Yeah, we're going to keep an eye on some of these cars to see if any of them are going to be retiring or not.
I think it's safe to say though that Silver Fox
And Wells are out.
and Wells, they're basically done.
And Wells is already retired.
Yeah, I don't know about Jeffrey Rose though. It doesn't look like that much damage, but
And he's going to continue, and Silver Fox is going to try to continue too. What about
Yeah.
LaPlante? Let's see about LaPlante. He's
Lance
done.
done. Yeah. I don't see it happening with Silver Fox. He's just got too much damage on the front. And Collard, yeah, you can see right there, he's got a little bit of rear damage, but it's not too severe, so...
He
we'll
should
see what
still
happens.
have a shot to maybe get in the top two.
Yeah, because normally with these cars, they're much bigger cars. They really don't have a lot of problem with rear end damage. They can still continue fine. It's when you get the front end damage with these cars, that's where it really takes a toll. So we'll see, though, nonetheless.
Yep.
Tanner Sullivan, though, leads.
Yep, with Pichu London second. But let's go ahead and take a look at the replay and see what brought the caution out for the first time here in the Open. Well, it was a case of them attempting three wide and it didn't work. Danny Wells bounces off the wall, makes contact with Joshua Collard into James Silverfox, into Austin LaPlante. Jeffrey Rose gets double smashed.
Look at the green car right there. I think that was the 99 right there.
Yeah,
Wow.
of Joshua Balkan. He did a phenomenal job of getting through that mess.
Yeah, it looked like it was the rear end damage, but I think he relatively went through that wreck very well. I mean, we got to go on board, but we got to go slow, though. I think this is where you really got to see it, though. That 99 car, he got a little bit of a few taps, but he made it through pretty dang well. Right there, that's Collard right there, sliding by. Just gets a little tap twice and then just guns it right there. And just no worries right there. Jessica Villanueva also getting involved right there, but that was relatively well.
Yeah, that was pretty much most of the field involved in that mess.
That was at least half.
Yeah, maybe more than half, because only about 5 or 6 people managed to get through with minimal damage that are still going.
Yeah, and then there's word right now saying that the 8 car of Jeffrey Rose that retired out of the race. Very surprising, and he didn't really have a lot of damage.
Yeah, let's actually try and see what happened with the 8, just to be 100%. I mean, we saw snippets of it, but we never really paid attention to what really happened.
Well, you see on there, too, he's got right side damage. Right in front of him is Austin LaPlante. If you really take a look, now there's Silver Fox getting clipped. LaPlante is right in front of him, runs into 4. Right there, kind of gets
Sandwiched.
It's kind of one of those NR Tesla Theory logics where sometimes you just get a little bit of damage and you retire out of the race, but yet someone with major damage could still run, like James Silverfox. And it's kind of one of those moments, but who knows? Something internally could happen inside that 8 car and it just wasn't as 100%. You could see he's down the pit lane, or not the pit lane, the
apron
there. And he's just done, so that's a tough break for Jeffrey Rose, and I thought he was going to continue.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and take you to the restart here at Charlotte. Well, we caught to the halfway point of the final pace lap, and yeah, the 3 cars that are out are Jeffrey Rose, Austin LaPlante, and Danny Wells. So 11 cars still left. Tanner Sullivan, the leader. 2nd, Pichu London. 3rd, Kyle Matthews. 4th, Joshua Balkan. 5th, Joshua Collard. 6th, Jessica Villanueva. 7th, Kyle Corbett. 8th, Dylan Thoreau. 9th, Benjamin Miles. 10th, Angel Navarro. And 11th, James Silverfox.
Well, we know for sure Silverfox isn't going to win. All that damage right there, I don't think he'll be. I'm more concerned about Collard, Villanueva, and Thoreau. Those are the 3 I'm really worried about. But the green flag is back out.
And I think Collard's slow.
Yep, he's slow. And Villanueva immediately trying to go low on the inside. So that's safe to say Collard, he's basically in a shit out of luck position.
Pretty much.
Unless the top 4 or 5 basically wreck it out. Look at the 24 almost peeking 3 wide.
Yeah, and now Pichu London down low for the lead.
a minute, I thought the 24 was going to say screw it and going to go 3 wide, but thinks better of it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Balkan, who made it through that wreck. He's already in the 3rd position, waiting for the 24 to get ahead of the 16 to go for that lead.
Yep.
That just shows that when
Whoa, London gets the wall.
To the wall.
But he saves it.
Sullivan.
Yeah, he holds up Tanner Sullivan. Kyle Corbett's now entered the picture. Same with Villanueva, too.
And Villanueva started dead last. That is something there, folks.
Despite it only being 14-car field, she's still up here.
Dead last is dead last. You still work your way up.
Oh, man.
London nearly got sent up to the wall right there. And it looks like that's about a 7-car battle for the lead right now.
7-car battle for the top 2 spots.
Yeah, now, speaking of the top 2 spots, going for number 2 is Villanueva.
Yeah, underneath Balkan, while Kyle Matthews is pulling away from that as we are now at the halfway point of the Open.
Kyle Matthews, I just check out. Just keep going. Don't look back.
Whoa, Balkan and Corbett get the wall. Same with London again.
Yeah, London's got something wrong. He probably either has a tire going down or he's just extremely tight.
And now that's going to help for Benjamin Miles to come underneath.
Yeah, and Miles, I believe he was in the wreck, but he really didn't have a lot of damage. He just got held up really badly, and he got held up from Collard and the 17 right there.
Yep.
So he still has a legitimate shot. So technically it's an 8-car battle, unless London really is just falling back like a rock. But right now they're single file, and it looks like the top 2, where they're standing. Well, I was going to say Kyle Matthews and Jessica Villanueva, but not so fast. Here comes Tanner Sullivan again.
Indeed.
Snickers Extreme car has been very, very strong ever since the first green flag lap. That car's been really, really strong. Keep an eye out for him towards the end as Villanueva tagged the wall a little bit.
Yeah, and Tanner Sullivan, if I can remember right, he comes into this race, even though it's a non-points race, but he is, I think, in the top 15 in the standings, the highest performing rookie so far this season.
Yeah, don't doubt Sullivan. I mean, he's been in a few leagues, and he's got experience under the belt. He's starting to get there. Before, no one knew who he was, and now he's starting to get to know, like, hey, I'm here, who I am, and look what happened. And we've seen a bunch of other rookies do that, not only in this series, but other series. Look at Dorian Facepuncher, and look at even Trent Whitney is another example, an old schooler right there. Just some people like that. It happens, and you know.
Or Gabe Williams in his rookie season, season 2, going on to win the championship without even winning a race.
Poor Pollard. Oh, the 20 got in the wall. He's gonna hold up his teammate.
Yeah, Angel Navarro got the wall a little bit, and Kyle Corbett's still coming in, and Pichu London's making a comeback.
London almost made it 3 wide right there.
Yeah, but Pichu, he's back up here in the mix.
And it looks like 41 lost the pack again, so it's... And safe to say, though, if we have another caution, race is over. So,
yeah,
do or die, and looks like it's either going to be down to Balkan, Villanueva, Corbett, or Sullivan. I wouldn't count out Sullivan, though. Even though we got 4 to go, I wouldn't count him out.
Yeah. Really, anybody up here in this top 7 has a legit shot, as it's 3 to go. And now here comes Villanueva underneath for second.
The funny thing I've realized, too, is that 2 of the Joe Gibbs cars are up here. Who knows? They could possibly work together and get at least one of their cars up there, if not 2 of them.
Yeah, and the other 2 Joe Gibbs cars are already in the All-Star race. Bob Jones in the 11, Charles Jackson in the 19.
Right now, though, that 24's just been out in front. He's been on cruise control right now.
With 2 laps to go, these guys behind him are going to have to start pushing it to the limit if they want to get up there. Now it's 2 to go.
Oh, it is.
Oh, and Corbett gets the wall.
I guess the thing is that... Okay, now it shows it was 2. It said on there with the 5 is digital and all that. It didn't pixelate right. GG, Skype. As Villanueva trying to get for second. White flag displayed for Matthews. I think it's safe to say he's got the first spot. But we're looking at second. Oh, look at London going for 4th.
Yeah, this is going to be 3 wide. And there goes Balkan into the wall.
Safe to say Balkan's done. There goes Sullivan, but I think Villanueva, she's got enough. She's got it.
Yeah, as we're getting ready to come off turn 4 for the final time, Kyle Matthews wins Kyle Matthews wins the All-Star Open. Jessica Villanueva second. Those two are going to advance to the All-Star race.
And Villanueva, despite starting the last position, the 14th spot, she'll get in. So no matter what the size is, though, that's still a pretty good accomplishment. I bet you Michael Norman's got to be feeling pretty happy about that.
Yep, knowing that his teammate, and actually Villanueva was the only Richard Childress car not in the All-Star race. Now all the Childress cars are in. Norman, Sanford, Michaels, Face Puncher, and now Villanueva's in.
I can guarantee you they're going to think a big strategy now because now all their cars are in it. So
Oh yeah,
I don't know what to expect.
absolutely. Well, let's take a look and see how the rest of the results came about. Tanner Sullivan had a strong car all race long. Couldn't quite get it done there at the end, but he's going to come away with third. Pichu London, though, made a big comeback after getting the wall several times. He came back and got fourth. Angel Navarro with a solid fifth spot. And then the rest of the top 10, Kyle Corbett, Joshua Balkin, Benjamin Miles, Dylan Thoreau, Joshua Collard. Last car that finished was James Silverfox. The other three were out after that first wreck. Jeffrey Rose, Austin LaPlante, and Danny Wells.
Yeah, he really fell back badly, too. And the funny thing, too, I was going to say was that if that caution, if the race still continued on after 17 laps, if it had, maybe another 6 laps, what would have happened if they caught Silver Fox? Who knows what could have happened, but...
Oh, yeah,
they
that
didn't have
could
to
have
worry
been
about it too
messy.
much. They were all good to go, and, congrats to Matthews and Villanueva. They're in the All-Stars for a big All-Star cast, but I don't know what's going to happen. This should be interesting.
Indeed. And don't go away. Coming up next is the All-Star race itself, but here's another recap of the results. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to All-Star Weekend. We are now getting set for the All-Star race itself. We're going to be going 34 laps of racing here with a huge field of 30 cars. And not only is Dylan Young here, but now we have Mr. Chevy Impala here in the booth. How are you doing, Chevy? It's been a while since you've co-commentated.
Yeah, look up. Here we go.
You got your extra Jack Daniels just in case you need it, right? It's down below.
Yeah, I stashed it somewhere. I'm hoping one of them cleaning ladies didn't take it.
Yeah, I put it there for you just in case,
Oh, you're a gentleman and a scholar, and probably not a quit.
It's because I know you too much, man. I know you're into it, so.
Yeah, and also, Chevy, if you look behind you, we got a cabinet, and there's a bottle of Crown Royal in there too.
I may never leave this place.
All right. Anyways.
Yeah, let's look at the lineup while he enjoys the drinking there.
Yep. So.
Let's see what we got here.
Yep. So. The front row we've got for the All-Star race is Tweenix Invasion. Ian Dutta on the pole with Matt McIntyre second. And then, as you're now seeing the rest of the field, as far as where the fan vote winner, Seth Cole, is starting, he's going to be starting in the top 10. And for the open drivers, Kyle Matthews will be 16th. Jessica Villanueva will be back in the back again, but this time 29th. Dead last is the defending champion Preston Plord right now. But
yeah, I'm seeing Tweenix. They're starting first, second, fifth, 9th, and 10th as far inside the top 10 and all that. So
and as far as top 20, 13th and 20th.
It's gonna be very, very interesting, and I'm looking forward to it.
Indeed. All right, let's go ahead and try to get the command to fire engines as I need, since I forgot to do the typical... Well, never mind.
Professionalism. Gentlemen, start your engines.
There you go. That's better than the end game shit.
Gentlemen, get your shit going.
As far as who's starting in the rest of the top 10, it is PJ Williams who's been to victory lane twice this season. 2 of the last 3 races, to be exact, I believe. Then it's Jessica Sheldon in 4th. 5th, James McLeod. 6th, Charles Jackson. 7th, Dorian Facepuncher. 8th, Trent Dunham. 9th, Dylan Poteet. 10th, Seth Cole.
It's going to be really tough to say who my pick would be for this race, because this is such a good field. It really is.
Yeah.
You see the best of the best.
Probably the biggest all-star field we've ever had. I must say.
It's going to be tough, but I'm going to be brutally honest, not to be on the hating side. I'm going to stay away from the Tweenix side. I actually am, because I think something may happen where they probably won't win it. I will say, watch out for that number 5 on that inside line right there.
PJ Williams.
I think PJ's gonna probably get it. As
All right, here we go. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go, All-Star Racing.
I'm gonna say, I don't know. I'm thinking that, well, obviously Jessica Shelton and people that are very familiar with this race. I mean, Jesse Shetty has been impressing me, and always has. I think he's one of the more underrated stars of this circuit. But you also have to think, Miss Villanueva, a rookie who has something to prove. She started from the back of the qualifier. You have to think that she has something. She knows this track like the back of her hand now. You have to think if she got all the way back from the back before, perhaps she'll be able to do it again in a field of 30.
Yeah, we might see that happen. As Woe McCrory got the wall, but he keeps it together.
Another thing too, you mentioned about in the Open about teams getting in. Not only did you see that Richard Childress got in, Penske got all their cars in as well, as to in Tweenix.
Yeah,
so,
very true.
Interesting.
Well, not all the Tweenix cars. 2 of them didn't make it, Wells and Silver Fox.
Yeah, but you got to think. I mean, yes, there is that teamsmanship aspect of it, but it's also the All-Star race. Come on, you're in it to have fun. Who doesn't want to win the All-Star race? You want to have that bragging right amongst your teammates. Like, yeah, I pulled it out in the big one.
Yep. And we got battle for second. Dorian Facepuncher has it. Jessica Sheldon wants it.
Sheldon's really trying to use that inside line and is going to easily get it. 3 wide now for third.
Yeah, Facepuncher, Poteet, and Rue McIntyre.
Oh,
there he goes.
Into it.
And now there goes Chase Oliver in the 68. It's not over just yet for Facepuncher. He can easily make a comeback up there.
Man, I'll tell you something.
And he got the wall again.
Wow, he must be driving drunk. Dylan Poteet almost got into it right there. They could have caused a caution right there.
And there goes Jesse Shetty. Now, earlier Chevy was talking about Jesse Shetty. Yeah, she has been pretty much recently a Charlotte master. She has been doing really well here at this racetrack in the past couple of seasons. And she's already up here in the top 10. Maybe she can make a run up to the front as Facepuncher got the wall again.
I think Facepuncher's got a problem. I think he's very tight off that car. He needs to get an adjustment when caution comes out when they're making pit stops. That's what I think they need to do.
Yeah, and with this race, they're going to have to pit.
Oh, Poteet got the wall, as too did McLeod.
Yep, and now Sheldon is now to the lead.
Man, I'll tell you something. I think that one car that needs to get fixed up badly has to be the 62 car. It needs a big tune-up right there. It needs a lot of work on it. They need to get a major adjustment on that car, but we're still being green. And I'll give Facepuncher credit. When we've seen Seti race at Charlotte, she can perform very well, especially the past few seasons. She's been getting top 10 finishes, top 5. Hell, even getting close to a victory at times.
Well, she actually did win. She actually did win the Coke 600 last season. Or that might have been Ian Dutta, I'm not sure, but...
Failing.
Oh, well. But an interesting thing with Jessica Sheldon leading right now, she is a past All-Star race winner. I think she won back in Season 4 All-Star race. So if she were to win, she'd be the first ever 2-time All-Star winner here in Walmart Cup history.
I mean, obviously the young lady has a very, very big reputation in this racing community. She's a very good racer, very good driver, and quite honestly, I don't know if she wants to be a repeat champion is well within her capabilities, but of course these races certainly unpredictable. We've seen people in the front not even finish just earlier today with Mr. Danny Wells. So
yeah, and wow, the Hendrick teammates are back here, and wow, few cars really fell back. I guess they really hit the wall very badly.
Yeah, especially David Rivera, who's now last right now.
That was one of our All-Star...
that was our Open winner, yeah. And there's the second place from the Open, Villanueva. She's starting to pick her way up through the field again. She's right now last scored 13th.
Looks like the 22 hit the wall, because now 22's starting to drop like a rock. That's not good for SETI.
And she and Poteet got the wall that time.
Really got the wall. I reckon if I'm drinking a Mountain Dew and that number 2 car has a Mountain Dew sponsorship, that's kind of weird. Playing this out, Levi?
Maybe.
Mount,
Oh.
that's right. Grab yourself a ice cold Mountain Noob.
Doob.
Clone people, get wrecked. 360 no scope.
360 no scoping.
That's what these kids say nowadays, right?
Pretty
Speaking
much.
of no scoping, Trent Dunham is actually closing in on Shelton, trying to no scope her, trying to get the lead very soon.
And
but
Dunham,
Oh,
yeah, and Dunham is a past All-Star Race winner too. He won in season 2, the All-Star Race.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Chase Oliver started outside the top 10, has already cracked into the 4th position right there. That's 68 right there is already going up to the front with no doubt.
Yeah,
Oliver.
and Chase
But I
Oliver
just
sporting one of Chevy Impala's favorite drinks, Bud Light Platinum.
Jinkum true.
Light? What are you, some pussy shit? No.
Yeah, drink that regular Bud, right?
Yeah, regular Bud. Or in a pinch, moonshine.
Oh, interesting. But right now, though, Shelton's got a really good car in that Napa Chevrolet for Hendrick, and she's just trying to run away with that lead over the one of Dunham. And ironic enough, Chevys are 1, 2, 4, and 5 right now. The odd person out is in 3rd place right now with the Ford.
Yeah, Rue McIntyre in the 28. And speaking of moonshine, this guy actually had some lately, and he loved it.
That's pretty funny.
I'm just kidding. I'm
What's
just
true is
kidding.
We don't even have a Toyota in the top 10.
Well, I made it.
Yeah, let's see who is the highest Toyota. Cody Lamas, who's coming underneath for the 10th spot underneath of Matt McIntyre.
Yeah, and then, what was it? And there's the other Toyota, one of the other Toyotas right there, the 19 of Charles Jackson.
Yep.
It's been basically an all Chevy 4-day until now, with the 15 Lamas cracking the top 10. I believe there's other manufacturers in this race, but I can't tell.
There's Audi right there of McCrory. And then the 2 teammates with the Pontiacs, Pollard and Shears, as Pollard got the wall and nearly took out Face Puncher.
Not only Face Puncher, but also Seth Cole as well.
Seth Cole, Preston Pollard, and Chris Washer.
That would have been
Chris
bad.
Washer. I haven't heard of him in a while.
Yeah, Washer, the Daytona 500 winner in the 88.
It's funny, too, because Washer's normally not known to be in the 88 car, because normally you see him in the 5 or somewhere in
Or
a
the
very
24.
or even the 35. Now he's in the 88. This is a whole new deal for him. This is very different. It really is.
And honestly, it really does take away from really the excitement of this series, because this is a very interesting series to watch. And you have these gentlemen like Chris Washer, and I mean, obviously you got Dylan Young and everything like that. But I must say, I've spent the past couple months in a drunken stupor, so I have not been able to follow much of anything. I do have plenty of adventures involving Greyhound bus and a couple bottles of absinthe, but I think I was supposed to be there at I was supposed to be at Talladega earlier, and I just wound up not making it and wound up in Birmingham, and I was found in the luggage rack of the
pit
Greyhound
stops.
bus.
Here we go.
Oh, pit stops.
Yeah, pit stops around the halfway point, so this will probably be the only stop they'll have to make. And by the way,
top 2 that went down.
yeah, and by the way, does anybody notice that we've not had a caution in this whole race so far?
No. And
Though we've had close calls.
What was funny too is when we had the Open, the caution was on lap 1 of 17. This is a double the race, and look at this though, no caution, green flag pit stops. This can change it.
Oh,
But now let's
absolutely.
take a look to see if Rue McIntyre and others will pit. I believe they're about ready to head down pit road.
There
Yep,
they
I
are,
see
right
McIntyre
behind them.
now.
So half of the
rest
field
of the
came in
leads are
first,
coming
and
down
now the
as
rest
well.
of them are in. And Sheldon's going to be the first one out of the first group of
Look
cars.
at Cody with a good stop right there, and that's 3rd on out.
Yep, and
Closed in
Dougie
on
Shears.
right there.
And Dougie
Wonderful job by
Shears.
that crew.
And Dougie Shears in the 83 Pontiac gets up there too, and so did Jesse Setti.
Now, Ian does had a long stay right there in that 32.
Yeah, he's been in there forever. I'm not sure what happened with him.
Same for McLeod, and McLeod's not getting his left side tires. He's been really having a problem right there.
Yeah, they must be trying to repair the damage they get from getting the wall, perhaps.
So, oh, he tried to cut off the 07 right there, but
Chris Michaels beats him out. Chris Michaels beat him out right there. And let's see who was first out of the second group.
I think that may have been 51 was the first one that came in. I know that for a fact.
And Rue McIntyre had a long stop too. And he came in first out of that group. Yeah, a lot of them are having slow stops. Whoa, Llama's got the wall.
Yeah, some of these guys are struggling to get, out of the pit stalls and all that. I believe, though, Shelton is going to cycle as leader, and yep, it is.
Well, we'll find out here in the next lap officially.
They did update the score, and they said that Shelton's now leader. She was the first overall person that pitted in, and it wouldn't surprise me if it didn't. Cody, though, received a lot of benefit from that pit stop, going up to third right there. That is unbelievable.
All right, let's find out officially. And it is Sheldon. Sheldon back to the lead.
Llama's third. Villanueva is in fourth place, folks. That was one of our two All-Star Open winners right there.
And she's surrounded by some of her teammates, but they're a lap down. Face puncher Michaels and Norman.
On the throttle and go. It proves that she can drive better.
Whoa! Face puncher again into the wall.
Yeah, face puncher. They really haven't fixed that issue in that 62. That car's been extremely tight.
I'm just gonna say this. I'm pretty sure that the issue is that face puncher is a dirty queer. Man. Wait. Why are you taking my? Wait, where are you going with that? Come back here. Come back here.
Uh-oh. Someone took his drink. Levi, just poke your head down. Just.
I'm biting your nuts off. You don't give me that drink back.
I'll take it over from here because I got a tall body and all that. But anyway, you see that the 25 of Sheldon is still continuing to lead as you see the rest of the field going on by as you see it right here. No, Levi, seriously, just stay down. I'll take over. I'll let you know it's safe. But Trent Dunn, though, is trying to close in on the 25 right now, as too is Cody Lamas, and it's been a really interesting day after pit stops. So far, let's take a quick top 10 rundown with Jessica Shelton being the leader.
Trent Dunham now in second.
There you go.
Third, Cody Lamas. Fourth, Jessica Villanueva. And then all the way back here, surrounded by lap cars, fifth, Dougie Shears. Sixth, Sean Galligan, who we haven't talked about all race long. He's up in the sixth spot. Seventh, Zachary Fitzwater. Eighth, Alex Hawkins. Ninth, James McLeod. 10th, Jesse Setti.
Wait, Levi, did you say Zachary Cutwater?
Fitzwater.
I thought you said Cutwater.
Well, then you must have a dick in your ear. And wow, look at this bow for the lead, and look at Dunham with a huge run.
Wow.
Whoa.
Can you believe that? He was 8/10 back, and now he's right next to the 25. That had to have been an impressive run.
Stepping up for the All-Star race here. This is Dunham.
Speedways are his thing. Charlotte is kind of reminding me of Texas somewhat. But Dunham, he knows how to get around these 1.5 miles very well. He is now the new leader, folks.
Yeah, remember, he won at this track twice in the All-Star Race Season 2, and then the following week in the Coke 600.
It's funny if I say this, too. He kind of reminds me of a Jimmy Johnson, Kevin Harvick. They'll do well at these 1.5 miles. Super Speedways, they'll be decent-ish, not as good. But when it comes to tracks like these, he'll do very well. And this is a track that he can do very well on. This is probably one of his go-to tracks that he can win at. And right now, he's actually trying to catch up to Pollard III. But look at this, though. Villanueva is also closing in on the top 4.
Her top 2, actually. She is in third.
When I was talking about Miss Villanueva being able to climb up from the back, I was really just kind of rambling on because I'm very, very drunk right now. But I'm glad that I'm right.
Yeah. Yeah, because she is really gaining.
On some wisdom.
She's actually closing in on her teammate, Michael Norman, ironic enough, who's a lap down.
Yeah, who's now trying to go by Jessica Shelton. So that's helping Villanueva to make a run for second.
Val, the Jessicas we're probably going to have for second. I think Shelton hasn't had the cars like she did before.
No.
Villanueva the second. How would it be for a person to win the All-Star Open, like one of the two spots, and win the All-Star race because of it? I think Villanueva's faster than Dunham, to be honest.
Yeah, you can tell because she
Well,
is
at
really
this point,
closing
we still
in.
got 4 laps to go.
This time by, yep, 4 to go now.
Let's see that distance. Does it change for
Oh,
both?
big time.
Definitely.
Seems to be doing well on that inside.
I think it's because of that teammate that's helping her. That's what it is. Dunham just can't catch up to Pollard the third. Villanueva is right there, folks.
Yeah. And remember, Villanueva started in the final spot, 14th in the Open, got up, finished second. Here she started in the last row in 29th, and now here she is in second this time, and now she is right there to the one car.
Well, she's going to pass her teammate Michael Norman first. This is probably going to set up trying to go the inside for the lead right there.
Yeah, because also you got Stephen Pollard III, who's on the tail end of the lead lap, holding up Trent Dunham. And now Villanueva right to the back bumper.
It's everything breaking for the right way for this young lady. She had a great pit stop to climb up the rankings, but even before that, she was doing a fair bit of climbing up 10 spots.
Here she goes.
2 laps to go,
Norman
too.
really put it 3 wide right there. That's something you don't want to do is wreck your
You do
teammate.
not want to do that. No, they're going to have to talk about that.
Yeah, the couple
I
that's
think
the
so,
one of
but
the...
they kept it together, so no worries about it. Just as long as you got one of your teammates to win, that's all what matters.
Yeah. But Villanueva has now got a big lead now.
I
Has
think
got a big
Michael's
lead.
trying to give the message of saying, "Hey, can you at least let me by to not be a lap down?" I think Michael's trying to let her know about that, and Dunham is losing ground.
And the white flag is out. And the white flag is out.
Oh, they're making the move now.
On Pollard the third right there.
Yeah.
Jessica Villanueva on the backstretch. Probably one of the greatest weeks you could probably have for any driver. Came in second in the All-Star Open. Started in the final row in that one. Started in 29th in this race here. Checker flag is out.
Jessica Villanueva wins the All-Star race for Season 7.
What a
Absolutely
weekend
remarkable.
for Villanueva.
Holy crap.
I think that's the first time I've ever witnessed someone winning the Open and winning the All-Star race.
Well, not necessarily winning the Open, but
Well,
made
they
it in
must.
through the Open.
You know,
But yeah, but still, that is impressive.
I don't think you can find many drivers, not only in any series, but like in our period to ever do that. You get a once in a lifetime deal for that. And you know what? Congrats to Villanueva. I think Michael's gonna be pretty proud of her. That's something that not many people can do.
Absolutely. And let's take a look at the rest of the results. Trent Dunham, who had a strong car for the most of the race, he's going to come in second. Jessica Sheldon, who pretty much led the most laps, she comes away with third. Cody Lamas, the highest finishing Toyota, in fourth. And Sean Galligan, who started around the back, comes in fifth. Zachary Fitzwater, great run in the sixth position. Dougie Shears, the highest of the Toyotas, in seventh. Alex Hawkins, the highest of the Tweenix cars, in eighth. Jesse Setti with a great run in ninth. And James McLeod with a solid 10th run. Rest of the top 20, Dylan Young, Charles Sanford, Anthony McCrory, Preston Plord, Chris Washer, Seth Cole, Charles Jackson, Rue McIntyre, Kyle Matthews, Chase Oliver. Final 2 lead lap cars, Matt McIntyre and Bob Jones. Everybody else was a lap down after pit stops and just not getting good runs going. And they are Michael Norman, Stephen Pollard III, Dorian Facepuncher, Ian Dutta, David Rivera, Chris Michaels, Dylan Poteet, and PJ Williams. But anyways, that does it for our coverage here today, here for the All-Star Weekend here at Charlotte. I'd like to thank Dylan Young and Chevy Impala for stopping by the booth.
Yes, sir.
Folks,
Folks,
here, Chevy, I know because you were great out here. I wanted to give you a present. Hold on a second. Let me find it here. How about another Jack Daniels bottle? Just,
good man. I love you, boy. You are.
I know because you love
you
that
are-
Jack Daniels.
I am so sorry for what I did to your mother. Folks, just words of wisdom for you. Sometimes things are not what they seem. You look at things, and they are certainly say something, but they can be something entirely different. I guess what I'm trying to say is it's not really barnyard porn without the stallion scene. And when you go into that video store, you go ahead and you look. See if they have a horse on the cover, and you will know then that is legitimate barnyard porn. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, well, indeed. Well, anyways, like I said, thank you guys for watching All-Star Weekend here at Charlotte. We are not quite done here with Charlotte because next up we go back points racing as we get set for the Coca-Cola 600, the longest race of the season. But until then, here are your results of the All-Star race, and this is Levi McIntyre signing off by giving my words of wisdom. Don't be silly.
Nuts.
Don't
Got him.
don't be don't be silly. Wrap your willy.